Wonderful people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you ever had a bruise, a boo boo, cut, scraping, fall down, hurt yourself, a toothache, headache, sometimes an internal illness, an ailment, something that happens to you, and you hurt. You have a pain in your side, and your joints, all this stuff. And then you go to the doctor and say, what's your pain level? From, let's say, from 1 to 10. 10 being the heaviest. Maybe 11 or 12, you need a shot of something, a morphine or something like that, or going to the hospital. So anyway, today we have to check your pain level. What is your pain level when your heart is hurting? What is your pain level when your spirit is down and broken? What is your pain level when someone betrays you? When someone say all manner of evil about you, lie on you, kick you to the curb, throw you under the bus, and then just tell you that I don't love you anymore. You're not here for me. I don't want to be bothered with you anymore. I am on my way out. I don't want to be associated with this situation anymore. What is your pain level then? How do you feel? What would you think about? What do you think about when someone tells you something like that? It's not a physical pain, but it's a spiritual thing. It's an emotional pain. It's a pain that goes deep within your soul. So you're trying to assess these things like, why? What happened? I thought we had such a good thing going. I thought that you loved me. Did we ask the right questions? All these things come to play now that you asking the question there, because these things are coming to your face now. What do you do when the U-Haul truck is parked outside and you at work and the neighbor call you and say, oh, guess what? Your wife or your husband, it just moved out. It took all the furniture. Wow, that's heavy. That's heavy. So we have to go down to look at the situation about the pain of the sorrow. And sometimes it's like a pain of gladness. They even say, okay, I'm glad you're gone, you devil, you, that kind of stuff. Like, what happened in the meantime? What happened to run these people away? What happened to your situation that says that I'd rather be alone than to put up with the garbage and put up with the aggravation, to put up with the fuss and the cussing and all of the malice and things that go around sometimes, go awry, that what is going on in this life. So all of these things come to play a part in our pain situation. Sometimes the pain could come in the form of just being guilty. Guilty. Yes, you did something and you know it wasn't right, but you didn't tell your spouse. You didn't tell your spouse about the situation. Even though you didn't cheat, you was faithful, but you didn't tell them. And the pain was there because you was guilty and you don't know how to explain yourself. And the next thing you know, as they say, one thing leads to another one. And then that another one comes to the place where it's, why did you do that? Why are you doing this to yourself? And then you go to take a shower. It's like, ain't that much water in the world to wash away that sin, wash away that evil, wash away the corruption that you just uh, addressed, that you just put on yourself. There's not much water, bleach, or acid, whatever, to wash away the pain of your heart. So what do you do? What do you do? Try to interpret this thing, to try to uh, go to intercede. Yes, intercede the power of the darkness that come about every so often. Now, now, we don't realize, we don't think about that when we first start to, have an association. When we first start to have that recognition And that applies that say, oh, I like you. Oh, you're nice. You're the apple of my eye. You just so sweet. You're so nice. I love you so much. Yet and still, what is your attention? What was your attention then when you told the person all of those wonderful, wonderful things? What was on your mind? Did you really have love in your heart when you told a person that you loved them? When you told that person that you want to be with them forever? And then when that person agreed to you, were they put into a place, a position where they had to say yes because of their emotional state at the time, or the influence of others that's around them? Well, they didn't want to be ashamed of telling you, look, I don't want to be bothered, this, that, other. So they went along with the program, with the situation. And then a little while later, you realize that no, this is not for me. But in the meantime, you forget something. You took a vow. You made a promise. And when you make a promise, it's almost like making a vow. You have rejected that promise. You rejected that friendship. You rejected that love. And then, was it really love? Was it true love? That's why we should to always, always, always know before we go. We should always know what love is. And then correspond that love one to another. Let each other know about how you really feel on the inside. So when we say, I love you, then are we really telling the truth? Are we just there to get a fix, get a feel, get a good going on? Are we just there to say, well, it's a conquest? But then you're playing with fire when you say, well, it was just a conquest, but yet and still, you have betrayed the trust. You have denied, the fact that you're not alone, you're not on your own. So now you are in adulterous situation. When you're in an adulterous situation, you have really, really betrayed the trust of the creator, the trust of the one that you love, because you didn't get it together. You didn't have the full understanding of who you are and what you're about. So therefore, think about these things the next time when before you go into getting married, before you form a relationship. Think about it and ask those questions. What would you feel? How would you feel? How would you act on these things? What? Just tell me what's on your mind. What's on your mind? How do you want to go about these things? Put everything on the table. And what are you bringing to the table? Wow, that's something to think about. So, because those pains are going to come if you mess up. The pains are going to come if the things are not right. And even when things are right, there's a certain pain that you can endure. Yes, endure, endure. Because, see, we have need of endurance. Because one thing about it, throughout this journey, there's going to come some trials and tribulation. Throughout this journey, there's going to come some tests. And those tests sometimes are not going to be pleasant tests. There's going to be some rocky roads. But anyone to tell you that you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to fight, you have to fuss, oh, you're going to have some quarrel, all this stuff. Don't believe all of that. When things happen, then you know that it's an attack. If things happen in a negative form, in a negative way, you know that there is something that's coming against your marriage. They're coming against your relationship. They're coming against the situation because we are all under attack in this life. In this life and on this journey, we are all under attack, whether you're married, single, or in a situation. So, as long as you're a human being, you are under attack because when the evil one was kicked down, thrown down from heaven, he made war, that is, against the people of God. That means against the people, period. So therefore, every day and every chance he gets, every chance that evil can get, or darkness can get, they come only to kill, steal, and destroy. So therefore, there's going to be some pain, irregardless of whatever. But don't let that pain be the type of pain to take you out of here. Don't let that pain be the type of pain that says that, what can you do? Where can you go? But in the meantime, you can make it, you can do it, and you can go through it. But think about these things. Ask the question, situation, meditate, do affirmations, and then talk with each other. No matter what happened, no matter how it happened, talk with each other. And then don't hold anything back. And that's another thing that happens, especially in a relationship, especially in a marriage relationship. Uh, Before you get a divorce or separate, talk about it. Let people know. See, sometimes something happened or the temptation come about, and you're thinking right because the stress level, the depression level, the anxiety level is up there. And the next thing you know, like to say, one thing leads to another one. Before that another one come about, check yourself. And then even if you go through it, let your spouse know that something happened. If that's the type of person that's jealous, they can't understand, then you chose the wrong person from the jump street. But then again, it all depends on who you are and what you're about before you get involved with anyone, anybody, or situation. Know them. Are they the type of person that's going to go off the deep end at the drop of a hat? Are they the type of person that's going to pursue you until they get you? And then what can you do? What can you do? So before you go there to that place, know who you are first. Become that one person, that whole person within yourself. Have the power within yourself. Because the one who have the power can also help the other one to bring them up, to strengthen them. Ah, yes, to encourage them, to motivate them, and also to lift them and to put something into their heart that is more valuable than yes. It's so nice. So anyway, wonderful people, I just want to bring it to you, and then we want to go through some more stuff in the future because let this be a short one, but just let it be the type of thing that will help you make a decision, that will help you to look back over to your problem or issue or situation, or even if everything's going good, make for sure that you take that test. Make for sure that no matter what, go over. As a school, they said, go over your homework. Go over your homework. Because just because you pass the test here or there, sometimes those tests can come back at you in another way, in another fashion that you wasn't really prepared for. It can blindside you. But when you prepare yourself, go over your homework, go over the situation, in your meditation, just reflect back over to some of the things that happened and the pain that was involved in it, the question that was involved with it, or the situation that was involved with it. And then look at it and look at it deeply within your heart, your soul, and your mind. And then you can say, now I see. See, but you didn't see it at first, but now you see it in a better way, in a better frame. So with that in mind, wonderful people, Love and Betrayal, a book written just for you. Why do we cheat? Because now we're in an adulterous society, an adulterous generation. We are in such a place where infidelity run rapid, and then we're no longer we no longer holding to the power of being one spirit, one flesh with each other. Yes, we must remain faithful in all things. Be truthful in all things. Show that kindness. Show that consideration. And then have trust in the one who loves us even the more. The one that says, I am here for you and with you, and I will cover you and protect you. Then are we prepared for the covering? Are we in a place where we can love pleasure more than we love the creator? And that's what happens so much, so much. It's almost like, wow, spitting on the sidewalk. Yes, it's a misdemeanor, but it's wrong. It's against the law. So, but that's how we look at these things that are so important to us. It's against the law. It's against rules and regulations, but we still do it. And so we're told to give up so much and give up a lot of things. Are we giving it up? Are we going there? So with that in mind, thank you, thank you, thank you. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Yes, tell a friend, tell a neighbor that sometimes they be going through some stuff and you see that, hey, that you know that when you out there cheating, that you're hurting yourself more, you're hurting your love. And then why? Think about these things. Encourage each other to talk about it, to talk to their spouse. They don't have to talk with you, but you see that they're messing up. You see that they're going wrong. Ask them to talk to each other and see if they can talk with each other in a gentle way. Because if they fussing and fighting, that means that there's something wrong from Jump Street. Think about these things. Think about it. And then we'll see you at another time in another place soon and very soon. Hopefully. Thank you very much. This is Michael Jones, People in Love MD. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, and then leave me a note. Leave me a note. Let me know how you feel, what's going on, and then know your pain level because this is a serious pain, a serious charge, a serious situation that when this happens to us, you'd be surprised of the pain that it can really cause and the uh, trauma can lead to death, can lead to a destruction. All right? Take care now. Peace, grace, and love to all. Bye now.